What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness across all social media platforms. This is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice. I'm a clinically diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims, survivors, and thrivers of said disorder, said toxic people, said toxic traits. Today's episode, y'all, is going to be about narcissist and good old boredom, or bad old boredom, however you view it and whatnot. Before we hop into today's episode, y'all, I'm representing the brand again today. I Love Me, the self-love brand by Lee Hammock, yours truly. The link is available in my description, in my bio, and all the other good stuff, y'all. Support the brand, support the self-love movement. I appreciate it. But yeah, y'all, one of the kind of most chronic, just dynamic symptoms of being a narcissist is the perpetual boredom. Y'all, boredom runs rampant in the minds of narcissistic people, y'all. It's just one of those things that narcissists and boredom go hand in hand, like fish and reel, like fish and bait, boats and fish, things like that. You know, you can do one without the other, but those are bad analogies. Narcissists go hand in hand like peanut butter and jelly. Well, you can do butter. Never mind. You know what I'm saying. Bad analogies. I'm not good at bad analogies. But you get a lot of times that narcissistic people, the boredom in a narcissist's mind leads to impulsive, erratic behaviors. A lot of times narcissists just do things in the relationship because they're bored. Because they're super extremely bored. And if they don't have anything to occupy themselves, they will do erratic things. Sometimes the erratic behaviors are uncontrollable. Sometimes they'll, I would say this. Some narcissists don't have the goal in mind to just cheat. I'm gonna get with you. I'm gonna love bomb you. I'm gonna marry you. I'm gonna have kids with you, just to cheat on you. So I don't think all narcissists go into with that mindset. But a lot of them cheat because they get bored. And not because you're a boring person, y'all. I'm just telling you, not because you're a boring person, because narcissists, we literally get bored all the time. We could be on the funnest vacation in the world, like traveling the world, doing all this stuff, seeing every country in the world, but be bored and hate it while we were doing it. Be just out of our damn minds, like belligerently bored as hell while we're traveling the world, supposed to be having fun and stuff like that. It's just nothing will ever be enough for narcissists, y'all. And that boredom leads to erratic behaviors. They'll cheat on you because they're bored. They'll start a fight on you. They'll start a fight with you because they're bored. They'll spread rumors and start a smear campaign because they're bored. You see what I'm saying? The boredom leads to us doing all kinds of weird, just dumb, unexplainable stuff. It's crazy as hell inside the mind, y'all. I'm just telling you. And the boredom is going to come, y'all. The boredom is absolutely going to come. Like it might not set on at first. It might not be an immediate thing, but it's going to come eventually. You see what I'm saying? Just like the sun rises in the east, at least in North Carolina, where I'm at. Just like the sun rises in the east, the boredom will rise in the mind of a narcissist. No matter what you do, y'all. You can you can have an open marriage. You can just let them do it. You can let them have side chicks, side dudes, do whatever they want to do. You can be polygamous. You can be monogamous, but let them practice polygamy. They can have multiple wives, multiple girlfriends, multiple husbands, and they'll still get bored and cheat. They'll still get bored and do something erratic. They'll still get bored and blow their lives up. The boredom eats away like it eats away inside of our brains, and it makes us do erratic things just to create some chaos. That's why you see sometimes, y'all, the unexplainable chaos that sometimes comes out of nowhere in toxic narcissistic relationships is because that narcissistic person is bored. Let me stop you right there. I know it sounds childish. I understand how childish and stupid it sounds. That's why I'm saying it out loud to you. I know it sounds childish and stupid. I understand how dumb it sounds, how childish it sounds, how stupid and ignorant it sounds. I understand that. You see what I'm saying? I get that. I really do understand it. I get it. But you also have to understand the way the dynamic works in the mind of a narcissistic person. It's just like they don't care. I don't care how I appear to you, especially if I'm in a relationship with you. I don't care how I appear to you as long as I'm not getting exposed to other people. You know what I mean? So yeah, they'll cheat, they'll lie, they'll manipulate, they'll put their hands on you. They'll do a lot of crazy out of this world stuff because they get bored, you know. And that's just one of the crazy things about it, y'all. Like, they get bored and so start doing dumb stuff. Like, they start doing dumb things. They will, like, literally violate your boundaries and do whatever, do something that you told them that they couldn't do, or something that's just super frowned upon because they get bored. You know what I mean? It's just like, the boredom is damn near intolerable, y'all. It's just like we can't sit around and be bored, because during the boredom, it's like the mind goes silent, right? But you know when a narcissist's mind goes, I know everybody gets bored, y'all, but you know when a narcissist's mind goes silent, that's when the shame sets in, and we kind of start to attack ourselves from the inside out. You know what I mean? It's like we started to attack ourselves from the inside out. So they start to do things. They'll get on their phone. They'll just get on crazy dating websites. They'll just create some kind of chaotic behavior in their life to distract them. We create this chaotic behavior in our lives to distract ourselves from ourselves sometimes. You see what I'm saying? A distraction. We get on our phones and we do things to distract ourselves from ourselves, to keep us from being erratic and blowing up the entirety of our lives, y'all. It is wild how it works. It is a very wild, unique, toxic ass mindset. I'm just telling you. You know what I mean? It is just a very unique dynamic. I try to convey this to people, but narcissistic people require consistent validation and consistent stimulation from external sources. We can't look. Most narcissists cannot self-soothe. Like, we can't be by ourselves for an extended period of time. We cannot be left to our own vices. So we need some type of external stimulation. You know what I mean? We have to be plugged into something else. Like, we're powered by an external source. So I have to be plugged into something else. I need somebody else. I need something else to fulfill me. I cannot do it by myself. Self-fulfillment, I don't think exists with most narcissists, y'all. So we need other fulfillment. We need other things to make us happy. We need other things to make us excited. We need other things to make us feel energized and exhilarated and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? You see how it works inside that mindset right there. So you get a lot of narcissistic people that are bored. They'll blow up they'll leave your relationship because they're bored. They'll leave you. They won't just cheat on you. They'll cheat on you and leave you. Or they'll just leave the family. They'll disappear on you. They'll ghost you because they get bored. Like, I'm just bored with this person. I don't talk to this person more. Ghosting. Ghost mode. You know what I mean? Ghost mode. It just gets into this dynamic that you can do whatever you want to do, right? You can do whatever it takes to make them happy. You can literally ask them what it takes to make them happy. They'll write it down. You'll do it. They'll be happy for a little while and then it'll go away. I know what you're gonna say, but most people like that, Lee. Most people are like that. But most people don't go blow up their entire lives because their happiness goes away almost instantaneously. When the event is over, the high goes away. And we want that high again, you know? So you get some narcissistic people that have very, very chaotic lifestyles where they become thrill seekers. You know what I mean? They'll jump out of airplanes. They'll do stuff like that. I know more people, every person, let me stop y'all. I already know how people's minds work, y'all. No, jumping out of an airplane does not make you a narcissist. I'll say that because I know how people are going to take it and where people are going to go with it. Well, Lee, I jump out of an airplane. Does that make me a narcissist? No. Why do you think that? No. Jumping out of an airplane does not make you a narcissist. I'm just saying some narcissistic people require constant thrills. And they'll jump out of an airplane and they go cheat on you. You see what I'm saying? It's just always something else. It's always an undying need to do something else. It's like we can't sit still. It's like, I'm not necessarily saying that narcissistic people are fidgety and move around a lot, but it's damn near impossible for us to sit still. You know, we can't sit still. We can't be left to our own vices. That's why we'll self-sabotage. We are on the cusp of finishing something big, of finishing a project, or reaching some type of major goal. We'll self-sabotage ourselves because sometimes it seems like the sabotage is more exhilarating than reaching the actual goal. Like cheating on you before lying, starting an argument the night before the wedding. You see what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. Started an argument the night before graduation. Started an argument the night before, going cussing, fussing and fighting and cussing with your boss the night before you are up for a promotion or something along those lines, y'all. It's always something weird. It's always something wild that goes on inside the mind of a lot of narcissistic people. That we always require some type of external stimuli, some type of external stimulation And no. And that's why I tell people, no one person is enough for a narcissist. It has very little to do with you. I know people are always like, well, Lee, what can we do to be enough for them? Like, y'all, it's not you. I feel like so many people take it personal when I say that. It's not you. You're not a boring person. The narcissist is just perpetually bored. It's like chronic boredom. You're not a boring person. You can also be a thrill seeker. You could also be doing all this type of stuff. And they still going to find some way to mess it up. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, like, the chaos, it's not you. Wow, I'm just so many people take it personal when I say that. Well, Lee, what can I do to make it work? And I don't want to lose my family. I don't want to, then you have to find a way to deal with this person. Because that boredom is going to come, and that boredom is going to lead to some erratic behavior. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it's going to be a lot of times, y'all. And again, I have to reiterate that it's not your fault most times. Unless you're out there cheating and doing some other kind of craziness, then, you know what I mean, the wheels will turn a little bit, but it's not your fault. Stop taking it so personal when I say that, y'all. It's just like, it's not on you that the narcissist is bored. You can't make them happy for an extended period of time. Yeah, you thought you could. Yeah, you might have done it for a little while. Yeah, you want to get it back, of course, but you can't do anything about their boredom. You can, like I said, they're going to be bored sooner or later. You can make, hey, I need to take a trip. Let's take a trip. Hey, let's take a trip right now. They'll start an argument on the trip. You know what I'm saying? They'll fuss and fight on the trip. Right before you hop out of a plane, right before you do a tandem skydiving with them, they'll just say, oh yeah, I want a divorce, and jump out the plane. I know this sounds stupid, but that sounds silly, but I want a divorce. Yeah, and just jump out the plane. It's not you, y'all. So don't take it personal when I say that. I know people just really just harp on that and just take it super personally. But anyways, y'all, let me hop out for here. Don't forget to check out the self-love brand, I Love Me. This is the I'm Free shirt. I had on I'm Aware a couple days ago, yesterday. Self-Love Journal is available on Amazon. Check it out. I Love Me, a self-love journal by Lee Hammock. And also, if you already got the journal, thank you so much. Leave me a good review on it if you want, only if you want to. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe for more. Mental Illness is out. Peace.